Okay, so oh, I randomly had this other idea for a talk video, and it's basically like online shopping related, I guess. So the thing is that obviously, like, we have talked about this like a bunch of times before in long videos. I mean, not we have talked, but I have told you basically, is that I'm like uh, tuning it down on K-pop. I'm like selling some albums. I'm also like less invested in the fangirl life and all that, and it's just easier and all that. And the thing that I started to do instead of that is basically work out, which is great. Like usually I'm just like, okay, I want to go there, and then I'm like, when I get back home, I'm like, yeah, it was great, and all that. So, and that worked totally fine. But of course, like coronavirus and all that, what happened is basically, well, first I got corona, so I was sentenced to home office, and and then it was so complicated to get the permit to go back to the office. Like first I needed a negative test, obviously, and then we waited 3 weeks for that, and then I needed another examination and like all that. And basically by that time there are a lot more regulations, and there is no point in me going back to the office for the remaining weeks of the year that I'm still working. Because, well, first of all, my company is more strict about what can you do in the office right now. Like if you don't have tasks which are needed to be performed, like they can't be performed at home, then you can't go to the office. So like I would need tasks which need to be done there. And also, since the gyms have closed at the beginning of November pretty much, because new regulations, the gyms have closed. Obviously I can't go to the gym anyways. And then I got a personal trainer, and it's great, but the trainings are usually from 4:30 p.m. so they're pretty early. So if I'm like in home office, then I can just train for an hour and then go back and do some more work, and like it's much easier than if I were in the office. Then I would need to get back home and then train. Like, yeah, it does not work like that. So obviously, because of the personal trainer and all that, and like the gyms are closed, it's much easier to stay at home as well. So I'm staying at home. So I'm not always alone, it's not that. But again, I don't go out every single day. Sure, I do go out on like more than half of the week, I guess. So like I do go and like buy food, and like I don't know, like sometimes, like occasionally I sell an album and then I go out. So it's not that. But normally there are days when my step counter on the phone is like basically below 100. That's like so annoying. Like usually when I went to work and like went to the gym and like did my daily routine, I always got like 5,000 steps a day at least. 6,000 more, like not 5,000. And that's not counting when I went for a run or just had a hung out with a friend and just went walking, because we sometimes do that. So like it's like I'm not doing the walking. And then what can I, so obviously I cut down on the travel time, which would be great because like I have more free time. I don't have to go to work and get back from work, so that's more time also. But then what do I do? Because I have 4 training sessions with a personal trainer a week, so that's 4 hours. Okay, then what else? Yeah, it's like I had a puzzle that I could solve, like it was 1,000, well, I guess American would be like 1,500 pieces. Like that's such a weird way to say it, by the way. 1,500. Yeah, 1,500 pieces of puzzle. So like I solved that. Okay, so that was great. And then what? Do I buy another puzzle? But at the same time, like I'm gonna be covered in puzzles, basically puzzle boxes. So that's not really a way to go either. And then of course I could watch TV shows. So I did watch Queen's Gambit. It was great. yay, I enjoyed it. It's amazing. And I also watched Into the Night or something. Like it's not a French, but they are speaking French, but it's from Belgium. So a TV show, like it's on Netflix. It's with a plane, like technology wise, and like how like things work physics wise and all that. Like it doesn't make sense, but like it's fun, I guess. So yeah, I did watch some, and then also with Korean dramas, I did finish 2 dramas, but also like I don't feel like watching dramas constantly as I did before. Like it's not enough. Like it's like, yeah, I can watch 2 episodes and then like, okay, now I need to do something else. So basically I just like with all this working out and like completely changing my lifestyle, I basically just pumped myself up with energy. It's like, yeah, I want to do something. Now, what do I do? So watching Korean dramas is also not enough. Like I could watch like maybe 3 episodes a week, but then also have like weeks without watching a Korean drama episode. So like I don't necessarily like feel the need and like, so basically then I have a bunch of free time that I don't know what to do with, because there's like when I went to the gym, like I had like these group, like whatever, like a TRX class. And then after that, I usually stayed and did something else, like with the elliptic trainer or like whatever. So like I was at the gym like longer than 1 hour. And of course I needed to get back from the gym. Like, so the whole ordeal was much longer and took up more of my time. And then when you get back home, you take a shower and like, okay, like it's all, the whole thing always took more time. And now suddenly I have like this all the free time that I'm not in the mood to do these like just watch Korean dramas and low energy things. Like I did end up watching quite a lot of YouTube videos, I guess, because you know they are a bit shorter and like you can just watch very different things. So, but then again, what do I do when I'm bored? I'm not playing like games on my phone anymore either. So I basically deleted the ones that cause me to have like some kind of addiction. So I deleted all those. So now I can't go like, okay, let's play this game. Though I would feel like that's a waste of time, definitely. Not that I don't waste my time now. So what I ended up doing is that I already enjoy doing this, but not this much. Is basically online shopping, but not really at first. So like, because the whole problem is impulse purchases. Like that's the thing that you want to cut out from your life, because that's when you end up spending way too much on things that you don't need. So this is why I like wish lists. You just put the little heart on the item and then it goes to your wish list. So that's what I do for like a pretty long periods of time, especially late night in the bed before going to sleep. So I'm like, okay, put this on my wish list, and then when I go back to it a couple of days later, I delete some. But then like I do this, but then it's November, Black Friday, and then pre-Black Friday sales and all that. And the thing with sales is that sales are the thing that basically turns off turns on the impulse purchase thing in your brain. So normally you know that like it's not a good thing to buy something out of an impulse. So you either put it in your cart, put it on your wish list, think about it, and if you, a couple of days later you still want it, you get it. That's the normal way to go. So that's the technique of what you do against these mean companies that they want to sell you all this stuff. But then the mean companies also have their own tactic to turn on the impulse purchase thingy switch on in your brain. And that's what sales are for, basically. I mean, it's not that bad because I didn't buy new stuff. Like I only bought stuff from my wish list, right? Yeah, it's not bad for now, but how long it's gonna last? So I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried because obviously I have more money now that I'm not spending it on K-pop. Yay. But November has been really hard because I'm at home a lot. And I'm bored, basically. So Yeah, but I did buy things that I know I'm gonna use, so it's not like absolutely like terrible or what I'm doing. It's not like I'm buying like 10 shoes suddenly, like I'm not. So like basically I bought like one pair of hiking shoes because I'm gonna go hiking now that I have a pink Adidas hiking shoe. It's super pretty and I got it with really good coupons and all that. So, and it was on my wish list for 2 months. So I have my excuse. And I also bought a pair of boots, thigh-high boots, because I wanted one of those for ages. Also got it with a bunch of coupons, much cheaper than in the store. And you know, and the rest are like other clothes stuff. But it's all things that I really know I need. Even if not right now, I would need it in 1 or 2 months. Like right now, I don't need that, I don't know, like that cropped hoodie because it's in the middle of the winter, you know, but like I could get it for cheap now, and I like it was on my wish list for really long, so I bought that cropped hoodie and I know I'm gonna wear it a lot in April or something. And I stopped myself from buying it in another color, even though it's really cute in both colors, but I only bought one, so I can like it's much easier to do it with clothes than with albums. It was, and that like that's really not different enough for me to buy both. So yeah, and also you know I need training tank tops, obviously, like because yeah, I didn't have enough, and basically I was like, yeah, and I can't like start the washing machine often enough because there's not enough clothes, and like you know it's just like, oh yeah, so I do need training tops and like all that, like I really do use those. So it's not like bad in that sense that like I haven't bought anything that's completely useless and I'm never gonna wear it. Like I know I need these, and like I always like at least like twice a week I try to go through my wish list and then delete stuff that I really don't need. So that's how I ended up deleting some Nike. I have a bias, I know. So that's what has been a bit hard on me, like online shopping and impulse purchases, but believe me, I need it. That's the excuse so far. So if this lasts for 2 or maybe 3 months, it's not the end of the world. I can live with that. I can live with myself because, well, the whole thing with K-pop lasted for like 8 years and I spent way too much money on it. Even though it was good at most times, but you know, it's like, if you think about it, that's a lot of money and energy. So if I've spent 3 months on buying a bunch of Adidas stuff and like workout clothes mainly, and some streetwear, like it's not the end of the world. So if I can like really stop myself, like I'm a bit worried, but I also like see how I select the stuff. Like I really like check if it's similar or not. Like it's on my wish list, and then the other day I go back and like, yeah, I'm gonna delete that one because it's an other type of black training leggings, but it is kind of similar to the other one, and it's like the other one looks better, so only that one gets to stay on my wish list. So, and for these bags that I use to go work out, there's 2 different colors in 2 different sizes, and like the smaller one is basically perfect for like going to one aerobics class. But if I decided to, is it called a treadmill? I think it is. Oh, now I remember. So if I decide to go on the treadmill after another class, then obviously I would use a different shoe for that, because running needs another shoe. I do have it, it's not like I need to buy it, but then I need a bigger bag, so I have the other option as well. So like it's useful. I use both of them, and they're different colors and different sizes, so it's not the same at all. I mean, the design is the same but different size. And for backpacks, I also have 2, a small one and a bigger one, and I don't need any other backpacks, you know, like so and they are very different colors, believe me. So, and sorry, and I bought only one cap. Like I'm not buying another one, so because I have no use for it. I do wear this, and not just at home. I occasionally wear it, and I know I would wear it more in the summer. So I don't feel like I'm going crazy on it. I am, but not really. And at this part, like I feel like I'm trying to convince myself But also, like, my reasoning is not that bad. Like, it's like looking at the things, that is completely different. Like, I have a different use out of those two things. Like, I only have 3 zip-up hoodies and I don't need more. I know I had another one in a different color and it was so pretty, and I like deleted it from my wish list. I was like, you go, because I have 3. They are completely different. This is the oldest one. This has Adidas written here, and it's black with pink and like, I don't know, like some pattern. The other one is a completely different color. The Adidas is on the arm and it's like white, and it's like really different. Even the fabric is a bit different. I think that's a bit warmer. And then I have one with 3 stripes, and it's dark blue, and it's like completely different design, all 3 of them. And I'm gonna need that in December. So I know, like, I don't need more zip-up hoodies, but I needed 3. So yeah, that's my excuse. Is it that bad? I don't know. I mean, if in the middle of April I'm gonna do an Adidas video which lasts an hour, and like I'm just like showing all the stuff, then yeah, maybe it's worrying. At least I'm not into shoes yet. I do have like some picked out, but it's not like I'm like crazy on Adidas shoes. Like, I'm not like a sneakerhead or whatever. It's more like, oh yeah, I like the Stan Smith design, then I picked my favorite design of Stan Smith. I don't need like 5 pairs of Stan Smith tennis shoes. Like, I definitely don't. Even if I buy one, I don't need 5. So like, I would only buy like one of those. I don't know, like, but I'm not into shoes yet, so like, it's like not even worth to mention like buying shoes of Adidas, except for the hiking shoe. I really wanted that, and it's so pretty. Oh my god, I randomly try it on every 3 days. It's so pretty. So I need better weather to go out and hike. I don't even like hiking. No, it's not that bad actually, so I would say save me. But so far, it feels like I have it under control. If this still lasts in like the middle of January, then we have a problem here. For now, it's like, it's just all new and exciting, so like, it's pretty okay, I guess. I mean, it would be worse if I found a new thing every second month and did the same thing over and over again, but that's also not like me. I don't think I ever did that. I mean, like, I get crazy about new stuff occasionally, but it's not usually a thing I can spend money on. So like, I like planes, but it's not like I'm gonna buy a plane, so yeah. So thank you for watching, and this again is almost 20 minutes long. What did I do? Basically, I just complained about online shopping. Bye.